Two members of the West Virginia National Guard shot in what is being described as a targeted attempt on their lives. They are now in critical condition. The assailant, in this case, the gunman, has been apprehended and is now being treated at a local hospital, not said to be talking to local law enforcement. The mayor saying that they will be handling the investigation, the Metropolitan Police Department, the FBI saying they will be taking the lead on the investigation. I want to go now to our investigative correspondent, Patrick Terpstra, who is on the scene right now where the shootings took place. Patrick, your thoughts after we have now heard from all parties in this particular situation as to where this incident goes from here.
Well, Del, really, this is what a lot of people were worried about might happen, that there might be a targeting of these National Guard men and women who have been patrolling major cities and here in Washington, D.C. since the summertime. They travel in groups, 4 or 5 people. They are armed and they don't wear masks, and they're very, very visible. This happening at 2:15 in the afternoon here in downtown Washington in an area known as Farragut Square, which is a block and a half away from the White House. Authorities holding a news conference earlier said that it is a lone gunman who essentially ambushed these Guard members and came around a corner and immediately opened fire. Those Guards members, we're told, were armed at the time, but it was not anything that they could do to stop themselves at that point from getting shot. There were other National Guardsmen on the scene that tended to them. Also, the suspect, that lone gunman, also shot in an exchange of gunfire, but we don't know who shot that suspect at this time, and we don't know what the motive was. Law enforcement descended upon this very busy area quickly, talking about Secret Service as well as federal law enforcement officers and the Metropolitan Washington Police. And Del, one of the first things they did is they took a look at surveillance video from the area to see if they could find any other suspects, but they believe just one person opened fire, that person being treated. They're trying to get information about motive, but at this point that remains in question as the president saying that he is going to actually add 500 more National Guards men and women to patrol the streets of Washington after this shooting occurred here today, Del.
Patrick, before I let you go, I have been using the phrase, the script is being flipped in Washington, D.C., but the truth of the matter is, had this been any other day, we would be talking about the fact that it is the day before Thanksgiving. I believe the temperatures where you are outside right now approaching 70 degrees. Tomorrow, it is going to be much colder. The National Guard members, I watched them walking up and down Pennsylvania Avenue on my way into work. Now they will be wondering whether or not they have targets on their back, whether there is someone out there that doesn't like what they are doing, and whether or not they welcome the people that will say that they support what they are doing. Describe, if you will, how the script so often flips in this city with regards to things like deployments of the National Guard, whether or not D.C. stands for the District of Crime, whether or not crime is out of control, or whether or not crime is getting under control.
Well, absolutely. It has been incredibly divisive having the National Guard here. Some people support that, saying that we could use any help we can get here in the city of Washington to reduce crime. The mayor herself being open to working with federal law enforcement to try to reduce crime. At the same time, you have other people who see these National Guard members, a lot of them walking around on their phones, picking up trash, not appearing to do very much. So it's been a divisive thing here in the city, but something that I think a lot of people were getting used to. But certainly no one ever wanted to see something like this happen. These are very young people that have come to the city, some of them from Washington, others like these National Guardsmen involved in the shooting today who were shot from West Virginia, from out of state. So it has been a new thing here in Washington, something that's been going on, though, for several months, and really a fear that a lot of people had that they might become targets for someone perhaps unstable, someone who wanted to do something bad, because they are so identifiable and just so divisive. Del.
Curious, as I leave, has the crime scene itself been cleared?
No, it has not. In fact, you can see yellow police tape right behind me. If anything, they've actually expanded it just a little bit. This is Farragut Square, Del. It's a very big area, as you know. And the shooting itself actually happened at a metro stop that is about half a block away from here. And just as I take a look, it's hard to see it with it being so dark, but there's still dozens of law enforcement gathered over there at that shooting scene. So still an active investigation as they try to put the pieces together here still about what happened.
Scripps News investigative correspondent Patrick Terpstra. Patrick, as always, we thank you for being with us and guiding us through our coverage.